a 97-point loss, but we're going down to the Geelong rooms. There was a sign-up I saw in the crowd at one stage. Will Bruns play 400? He'd only be the second man to do it. Let's find out about it. Here he is with Drew Morford.
Well, thanks, Tim. Neville, Tim just said there was a sign-up in the crowd somewhere. Will Bruns play 400? You got any ambitions to do that?
No, not at all. My aim is to try and get the side into a finals series this year. It's been since '81 since we're last in the finals, and that's my aim at the moment. Games come along, they come along.
I mean, in the last couple of weeks you've been in the 5, out of the 5 and back in tonight. The difference between Carrara and today was just unbelievable.
Oh, well, you know, we've copped so much, and deservedly so. I was one of the fellas in the crowd up at Carrara, and it really hurt me, and I know it hurt the fellas playing. I think sometimes the public think that we sort of throw the towel in and you don't really care, but that wasn't true. We've had to bear the brunt for 2 weeks now, and we used that. We used the media and what was said about us to really stir us up, and I think the evidence was out there on the ground today.
Did John Devine punish you in the ensuing 2 weeks? I mean, not fines or anything, but just longer training, more nights?
Yes, we did have a very big week on the track, and I'd been out injured for about five weeks, and I came back and copped the whole lot, and I was probably glad I did because it really tested the hamstring out during the week. But no, we had a really big week, and it's paid dividends because the boys had got them back on the right track, and they knew that they had to produce, otherwise we're in for a pretty hard end of the year.
So much attention's been on your forward line. Today you go in without Turner, without Lindner, and you kick 27 goals.
Often, I think you find that when you've got a side of guys who have just come in, they give an influx of new enthusiasm. We knew that the only way we could beat a side like North Melbourne, who have been playing very well, was that we all had to play well ourselves, and we had to team up together. And there was, because we didn't have big name players, and nothing against Mick and Bruce, we knew that we all had to dish the ball around to each other, and that was the only way we were going to win. And I think we did that pretty well.
And you were a pretty good link man in the dishing the ball around. You had one of the best games I've ever seen you play, I think something like 33 possessions. Do you rate it highly in your career?
Well, I didn't realise I had that many possessions, but I was very pleased. I think that it's something I've probably always set my sights on was 150 games, because it always means a life membership of the football club, and I've always loved Geelong and I've always barracked for him as a kid, and to achieve that I'm really rapt, and I was just rapt to get a few kicks today, yeah.
And you were rover?
That's correct. John gave us a little bit of a different role today. Normally I've tagged Jimmy Cracker in the past, and just my job was just to cut him out. But today he said to both Stephen Hocking, myself and Andrew Buse, we each had a job. Jimmy was my man. If Jimmy beat me on the day, well, I was to cop the brunt of it, but I could also play an attacking game. And the same thing with Steve Hocking and Andrew Buse. And I think really the other two fellows, they did a top effort as well.
The boys are giving you heat from the shower. Okay, so was it a tagging role? Did you actually play an attacking tagging game?
Basically, yes. I went out there to make sure that Jimmy didn't get on top of me, but my prime aim, I think, really was to beat him to the ball, and I probably did that today.
Well, you certainly did that, and well, to have the skipper back and Brownless back, you're in the 5. Do you reckon you can go on from here?
I think today showed that we can do it. We've really now got to prove to ourselves and our supporters that we can go on with it by stringing another 2 or 3 together. That'll put us there, and I think we'll be there at the end of the year.
Good on you. Well done. Hey, enjoy the lemonade and the bus on the way back home.
Thanks, Drew.
Is he going to change it?
150 games, part of a 97-point victory, 33 possessions today. I think I can understand the smile on Neville.